Chapter 13. Amanda was happy to give up her room to Maniac. It gave her an excuse to sleep with Hester and Lester every night. Most of the time during the day, the little ones drove her crazy. She couldn't stand to be in the same hemisphere with them. But at night, the best thing was to have them snuggled up on both sides of her. It made no sense, but that's how it was. Mr. Beale divided the little one's room into two sections with a panel of plywood, and Amanda moved her stuff into the back part, except for her suitcase of books. That stayed in her old room, with Maniac. The way Maniac fit in, you would have thought he was born there. He played with the little ones and read them stories and taught them things. He took Bow Wow out for runs, and he did the dishes without anybody asking, which made Amanda feel guilty, so she started to dry. He carried out the trash, mowed the grass, cleaned up his own spills, turned out the lights, put the cap back on the toothpaste tube, flushed the toilet, and, Mrs. Beale called it, the miracle on Sycamore Street, he kept his room neat. Every morning Mrs. Beale looked into it. No socks on the floor, no drawers open, no messed up bed. That was the most amazing thing, the bed. It looked as if it hadn't even been slept in, which, she soon found out, was the case. Late one night she opened the door and found Maniac sleeping on the floor. She lugged him onto the bed, but by the next night he was back on the floor. Maniac just couldn't stand being too comfortable. Laying on the mattress gave him a weird feeling of slowly rising on a scoop of mashed potatoes. He was that way with chairs too. If he had a choice, he usually sat on the floor. Other strange things happened in the house, such as the yellow bucket and sponge spent more time gathering dust in the cellar and less time in Mrs. Beale's hands. Because with Maniac around, Hester and Lester lost their interest in crayoning everything in sight. And therefore, sometimes for 15 minutes in a row, Mrs. Beale was seen doing something she hadn't done since the little ones were born. Nothing. Such as Amanda started leaving her suitcase of books at home. Such as everybody's fingertips started to heal because Maniac took over the endless, thankless job of untying Hester and Lester's sneaker knots. Such as Hester and Lester started to enjoy taking a bath, which was a solution to a very huge problem in the Beale household. Once upon a time, Hester and Lester loved to get a bath. As soon as Amanda got in with them, it was a little crowded, especially when the little ones added their boats and floating dinosaurs. But it was fun and warm and yelpy and soapy. Then came the day when Amanda entered fourth grade, and she decided she was getting too old to tub it with her little brother and sister. They begged her and begged her, but she wouldn't get in. They tried to storm the bathroom when she was in there, but she locked the door on them. And so the little ones went on strike. They placed their hands on Lyle Crocodile and swore that they would never take another bath until Amanda joined them.